So, first impressions, pretty good.
Something like this would be the perfect analogy. You know, this thing drives like a tank. It's wobbly, it's difficult to steer at times. You know, everything is mechanical, all the valves, everything, the levers here to operate the hydraulics, everything is just, yeah, it's old. And it can be very difficult to do precise work with this thing. And it's a great comparison to what I've been using in the past. So I've used a Granberg Alaskan mill, and then after a few years I built my stationary chainsaw mill. But if I upgraded this to a brand new 2023 model Volvo L60 or something, I don't know the names, but you know, a very modern, sophisticated machine, then that would be the equivalent of the Wood Mizer LT20.
You have so many options of how you want to process your logs, and not just cut slabs all day. Very user-friendly, I would say. So I've only dabbled with a few of the functions so far. You just push next cut and it automatically lowers to the next cut on your cant. So just, yeah, I'm over the moon excited about this. So easy. Here's another fun little experience. So the water lubricating system, I felt really stupid once I got that working properly. It was never anything wrong with it. It was just that I hit the start button and I didn't see any water. But as soon as you engage the feed, that's when the water starts coming. So yeah, I felt really stupid. I messed around with that for a while, a good 20 minutes or so, thinking the tube was clogged or whatever. And yeah, it just so happens that modern equipment like this, of course, someone thought to have a efficient use of water so that the little pump there only starts feeding water as you engage the feed, and it actually starts sawing. So yeah, really clever.
Thanks to... That's a little bird. Now on to the hydraulics. I don't think I would have bought it if it didn't have hydraulics. Now I really know how it feels to operate basic sawmills, doing things manually. So hydraulics is a lifesaver for me. I just need to get a little bit familiar with the controls, operating levers, knowing which thing does what, and no accidents yet, although a few near misses. And also worth to mention that the LT20 has a scaled down version of the hydraulics compared to the LT40 and 70. They have a little bit more functions for the hydraulics. So this is a little bit more basic, but still very, very capable. At least that's my first impressions.
There's a little limit switch right here. So as you get the saw into its back position or whatever you want to call it, there's a little limit switch engages, and that's what unlocks your hydraulics. So I know a lot of people put a little strap around it so that you can operate the hydraulics regardless of where you have your saw head located on the sawmill. This is a safety function, and for now I'm just gonna leave it as is. This is the first time handling a log of this size, so I'm gonna baby it. Be careful. Let's bring it over. So what happens if I try and drag it with this thing? Oh look, it works, and looks like it is sitting the way I want it as well. So let's try and not mess this up. Okay, so let's just gently bring it over. Would you look at that? Oh, let's try that again. Now let's bring that guy up even further and bring it in. This is so much fun.
It's been a long time since I played video games, but I used to play games when I was little, and you know the feeling when you level up and you acquire new skills and so forth. Well, it's the same feeling with that thing. It's the feeling of starting out with a new character. You're level 1 and you have no idea what you're doing, and hopefully with a bit of time you will become very proficient.
So here you can see the area that I got the sawmill located right now, and I actually had to get the bucket on the loader and try to scoop some of this dirt out because it was very lumpy, bumpy. You need to have fairly even ground so that you can get the support legs all the way down, because if you have a little bump right there, then this one's not going to be able to go all the way down, and you'll have it sticking up, and that's no good, because as you come down and you take the last cut, you're going to have the saw head very close to the bed. So I almost ran the blade into one of these, so on a few spots I had to dig out with a shovel just to get it down all the way. Over here you can see these are way up. These should be all the way down. It didn't matter this time because the log I was cutting wasn't really that long, so I wasn't really having the saw head at this area anyway. But the best practice is to, of course, get these all the way down. But as for getting it parked here and then leveling out the saw, it was very easy. I just went around all the supporting legs here, put a little spirit level on each of the bunks, and you work your way down. My situation is I work alone. I run a very small scale woodworking sawmilling business, and been full-time for 2 years, almost 2 years. Been doing this since 2018. It is not until this point in time where I've been able to actually benefit from having a more of a sophisticated type of sawmill. It takes a bit of infrastructure to benefit from a machine like this, and what I mean by that is well, of course you need a loader. You also need to have a fair bit of outdoor space, and I'm still lacking in that area. I'm sure I'm gonna make a separate video about that, but it's kind of ironic actually, the amount of land we have on this property, but very little of it is like usable work area that is nice and flat. So what I've been doing for the past year is trying to convert some of the forest land that we have, that's to the north here, north of the workshop and the sawmilling area, trying to convert that into flat usable land, which is quite the expensive process, but it needs to happen, because you don't want to get a sawmill and run it for a week and then you don't have any more space to put the wood. So all that has to be taken into consideration before you actually purchase one of these, or at least that's how my reasoning goes. So that's just my first impressions, and I got 2 more logs ready to go here, and I'm gonna bring you along for the ride as I explore and learn more about this sawmill and its capabilities. So as always, I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.